What's going on, everybody? Grim here, probably better known as... Oh wait, that's the guy with all the silly jank decks. And today on the road to Mythic, we came to win, and we came to get you to Mythic as well. So this is a little bit of a brew I've been working on for a little while, and we got some new tools for it, so thought we'd go out here and give it a shot. It was performing really well for me yesterday in ranked. See if it keeps it up today. So we are playing some Temur Field of the Dead. Field of the Dead, of course, you know, the bane of many formats, banned in Standard, banned in Pioneer, but for some reason in the middle ground we still get to play it, so deal. We have a ton of ways to put extra lands into play with the Grazer, the Spirals, Rejuvenators, Reefs, Uros, Cavalier, and of course the Ultimatum itself, because there's nothing worse than hitting an Ultimatum and getting 4 lands and, say, a Growth Spiral. Unless you have 3 Field of the Deads in play, in which case it's not too bad. We do have Dragonmaster Outcast over here also, pumping out some additional tokens. Well, provided we have 6 or more lands available, of course. A little bit of ramp here in the form of Leafkin Druid. It's not super important, but every once in a while it can be relevant. I mean, Historic is a fast format after all. Scampering Scorcher works great with the Risen Reef. Helps with the Omnath to come down, do a little extra damage. And Yorion can blink it, and blinking Scorcher with multiple Reefs in play can get pretty gross pretty fast. We do have the new companion tax that will charge you 3 to put it into our hand, but this deck can make so much mana we're really not concerned with it. We have the one of fun of Akroma's Memorial that can just absolutely end games out of nowhere, because an army of flying First Strike, Vigilant, Trample, hasty zombies with pro red and pro black, pretty hard to deal with. It'll keep Maelstrom Pulse at bay, Flame Sweep, Legion's End. Just kind of protects our zombies. The one of Nexus of Fate may seem weird in an 80 card deck, but let me tell you, I have come close to losing more games to decking myself with this so far than I have my opponent actually doing anything about me. We have a ton of uniquely named lands here, very few duplicates. The ones we do have are important ones for our early plays, but we really want, if Field of the Dead is in play with our first 7 lands, we want it making zombies immediately. Over here, the sideboard's pretty simple. We have the 4 cages, mostly just to deal with Winota shenanigans. I've been coming across a lot of graveyard stuff here lately, so we're going to pack the full 4 Soul Guide Lanterns. And then anytime we want some counter magic, we can bring all 4 of these in with these 2. We'll just drop these, and probably the Grazers, because speed won't be as important in those matchups, so it's just a clean 6-6. Well, with that being said, let's go win some games. Let's get you on the road to Mythic. One nice thing with this list is, unlike your typical Field of the Dead deck, if we get Unmoored Ego and lose our fields, it is not the end of the world for us. Double Ultimatum plus Reef doesn't bode well against Lurrus. Man, I really want to play some Ultimatum, so let's get greedy. And undoubtedly pay the price for it. Got a pretty full art fields over here. They make pretty full art zombies. Okay, good little Triome action going. We may get punished for this greedy keep. Opponent looks to be the red-black Lurrus sack deck that's been floating around. We'll get our harbor down. Hopefully start hitting some lands. If we don't have anything to do next turn, we may just move Yorion to our hand. Well, that'll give us something to do. So there's 6 uniquely named lands there. Rejuvenator can find any different land and we're good. We have enough blue sources for the Ultimatum now. So now we just need to find an additional red source. Well, we're going to take 2 more from this priest. Bye, Reef. Got an opponent playing Butcher in their build. Oh, look at that. It seems the ban isn't live yet. My opponent just cast Lurrus. Interesting. Good to know. Yeah, we'll take a temple. We'll pass on the thicket, however. Alright, opponent. Next turn, it could just be Yorion Blink Rejuvenator, get our 7th land into play, and get this Field of the Dead going. We're not too far off casting these ultimatums either. Alright, opponent with the oven, sure. I wonder if we cast the Yorion, if they would use the priest. Well, that being gone bodes well. Sure, opponent. Yeah, let's get all the things. Probably gonna see our Rejuvenator eat it here. Luris get in for 3. This was a really greedy keep. Just for the record, should not have kept this, but here we are. We're gonna try to fight through it with an army of zombies still. Okay. There you go, opponent. We'll just shuffle that back in. The fun thing is, if we do end up pulling our entire library, we just get to take infinite turns, as Nexus of Fate is our only card. That may have been the perfect draw. And we get to put an additional blocker down too? Let's make a Zambi. Let's make a blocker. Hey, we got green, green, blue, 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 red, red. We about to get our ultimatum on, folks. Opponent can't end it here. They might not get the opportunity to do so. Well, we're gonna lose one of our ultimatums. Gonna make us food. Gonna get some cats back. Almost got enough in the yard to escape this Uro as well. Hopefully they don't just Crocs us again here. Really want to play this ultimatum. Opponent getting the cat back. Don't do it, opponent. Don't Crocs us. Well, there goes our ultimatum. We'll probably see opponent sacrifice both of these to the priest. We'll give up our Leafkin Druid. We want something that can still threaten to do some damage. Suppose they could bring the cat back. And then sack priest plus cat, get in with Luris. Yeah, or that. That works too. I do believe that's just gonna be lethal. Yeah, let's go on to the next one. Well, both of these are great in this matchup. Which one do we want more is the question. I think we're just gonna go with these Soul God Lanterns. The cages really are more for Winota, and if we need to, we can always cycle the lantern, so I think I'd prefer just take that route. Not super into the Leafkin Druids here. We'll drop a Scorcher, even though it makes a ton of bodies. It's kind of, it's whatever. And let's trim one ultimatum. Let's get them. We'll take the play. It's a little suspect. We do have route on 4 bare minimum. Give it a shot. Gain a little bit of life out the gate. We have one of each guild gate we can go get with these as well. And just like that, we're in the lead. speed on this Gruul Guildgate. This Rootbound Crag will undoubtedly be coming into play untapped at some point. We'll give the opponent our Rejuvenator here, I think. Risen Reef, you say? Now, if Risen Reef can hit a forest, that does guarantee the Cavalier, but I don't think we're going to be greedy here. Get that in. It found a forest. Brutal. Next turn could be Circuitous Route. We could try to set up to double spell these two. Or, you know, we'll just play Cavalier of Thorns next turn. Whatever. Would like a big-bodied blocker. I know Reef into Thorn generates a little more value, but we just need the giant bodies. Take this Temple. Got our Scry on. Another Uru. Nah. We've got the cards to escape our Uru as well now, too. One blue source away from Ultimatum mana. Yeah, no blocks. We're not going to feed their yard just yet. We're not concerned with taking the hit. Okay. Luris with nothing to give back. Sounds good. Oh, guess I didn't see that guy. What if we didn't have to deal with a Luris, though? What are the odds this hits a untapped land, and then we could also play Omnath? I think we just got to get this Luris off the board. And we'll hang back for the time being. Opponent one card short of being able to escape the Kroxa. So with that being said, oh look, opponent doesn't want to play Magic anymore. Poor opponent. Well, let's run it back. And kicking the day off against a Platinum opponent too. Yeah, I'd say we're probably in for this. Yeah, we'll take it. If we can hit an untapped green source on one, it'd be preferable, but we don't mind Triome into Harbor Spiral, which is what it looks like we'll be doing. I suppose I could have just fetched a green source with this too, but buy Spiral. Okay, still good to put some extra lands into play. This Grazer's a pretty solid blocker. Uh-oh, we found the Memorial. I'm gonna go ahead and get the Passage out there as our untapped land. So we can go ahead and fetch with that now and not have to worry about it next turn coming to play tap. Let's take a blue source. Again, we do want that Ultimatum, and it is triple blue, so now we've got that covered. Take the block. I'm just trying to pile that yard up. No Kroxa yet, though. And there goes our Memorial. This kind of leaves something to be desired. Let's just get a land into play. Rejuvenator should hit. Worst comes to worst, we can Scorcher and then just make a ton of blockers to buy us time with Yorion. But not having any red is kind of nice. We're going to keep our Rejuvenator for now, though. We want that ETB. Since we've been, you know, missing land drops in our 37 land deck. Well, let's see what we got on top. Another Rejuvenator. Had we have hit something we really wanted to see there, the Uro may have been coming down, but I think we just need the bodies. Send it back to the opponent. I am tempted to take out these Stitcher suppliers now, but I think we're going to continue to wait on that. We'll have Yorion come down next turn, generate some value for us, and then we'll start trading off. Not going to be attacking, so we might as well just get in there. Rejuvenator here can find us a Field of the Dead, though. It will be online. Let's get some more dudes. All these lands and no Field of the Dead. Ooh. Well, we'll gain a little life. Alright, let's go blocking. Triggers. My opponent still with no red mana. Yeah, sounds good. Keep piling up their yard. We'll lead on the Uro. Gain a little life, see what we can rip off the top here. Ooh, that's a pretty good one. What if you didn't have that Luris anymore, opponent? Go and sag it, get you some food. Maybe make your head explode. We'll just send in the flyer for the time being. You know, why don't we just send in the team? If they want to bring the cat back to eat one of these, it's fine. We've got a pair of blockers if they rip a red source and have the Dreadhorde Butcher in hand, so we're not too concerned with what the opponent's doing. Found the red. Oh, that looks like a call of the Death Dweller to me. I assume it's just get Luris back, though. Yeah. A menacing, death-touching Luris, no less. Gonna spiral, look for this Field of the Dead. Or an Uro. Sure. Let's pump up the jams on Omnath. We do have 8 lands in play, so we are going to start drawing all the cards. If he can rip an untapped green or blue source, we can go ahead and get our escape on as well. Well, worth the shots. We're going to decline putting the land into play for now. We're going to lead on this Rejuvenator first to see if we can hit a Field of the Dead. Still no Field of the Dead. So we'll just gain a little bit of life. Nah, we'll drop in the Passage. We can crack the Passage next turn to draw an additional card with Omnath. Honestly, I'm kind of tempted just to hold on to this gate, but we're going to drop it. Let's go and make the Scorcher a little bit bigger. We'll get it for 4 in the air. Okay, if we can get this Cavalier to find us a field, we'll be in great shape. We are going to draw a bunch of cards next turn, too, off of this Omnath if it survives this turn cycle. The opponent's archetype is really powerful. I've played my fair share of it. It feels good. Matter of fact, old Croakies took this list to #1 early in the season. I'm gonna sack the supplier, try and feed the yard, look for some more things to play. Oh, an opponent's done. He has seen enough. Alright, well, let's get out here. Let's continue this road to Mythic. Oh, it's Achilles' heel. We played against this guy on the channel the other day in Platinum. So we meet again, Achilles. I wonder if they remember us. That could explain why they're taking so long to make a decision. I get it, opponent. Yeah? Go Forest Grazer into Triome, Spiral, drop in a field. Give it a shot. Look, yet another Lurrus deck. A lot of people trying to emulate Croaky's early success this season, I see. That's why we brought in all the graveyard hate. Yeah, that's it. That's what we're doing. So, let's introduce our opponent to our little old Grazer here. Okay. Going to get another green source into play. Drop a field. No attacks. Could have Omnath come down just for fun. Opponent has had enough of our Grazer shenanigans, mocking him. Yep. Yeah, once this zombie train gets rolling, this priest will basically just be sack 2 to deal 2. Yeah, playing the Sacred Foundries definitely suggests this Croaky's list. They actually play Weaponize the Monsters as well as a 1. Not too bad. Memorial. It's not what we were looking for, but we'll take it. Let's get an Omnath out here. Deal 1 to their face. Play another field. Pump up the jam. Really like another untapped green source. Is opponent willing to sack their Lurrus to deal with our Omnath? Surely not. Okay, deal opponent. We're gonna discard the Memorial here. As much as I hate to do it, we can get it back with the Cavalier though if worse comes to worse maybe. I say that, I'm not sure our opponent really has a good way to get this Cavalier off the board. Opponent over here, oh look at that. Risen Reef you say. Only problem with playing the Risen Reef is this guy will just kill it. So let's just go ahead, get rid of their sparkly pirate monkey here. Our opponent didn't sack in response. Get the cat back. Yeah, opponent saw their mistake. We've got the cards to escape Croxa. I assume we're seeing that guy here. Yep, here comes Croxa. We're gonna let the Reef go and just assume that we'll draw the green source. We have a ton of green sources in the deck. I'm sure we'll be fine. Really? That's so surprising. I mean, I guess to each their own. Well, it's not the green source we were looking for, but it will do. Go ahead and grab both of these gates. We have 6 uniquely named lands and the mana to cast this Cavalier now. Opponent has the cards to re-escape Kroxa, however. So we may just be discarding this Cavalier. Yup. See you later, Cavalier. You had a good run. And there's the weaponize the monsters we talked about. Well, as far as draws go, that one had to be near the top. We may go ahead and just play out Yorion just to have an additional dude, honestly. Opponent's running low on gas, and Yorion plus a zombie token can deal with that Kroxa. And they have eaten up their entire graveyard, so... What am I saying? We have 4 zombies. Opponent with the shock. What, are you going to ruin this ultimatumist? What is going on here? Claim? Alright, yeah, sure. You can claim my zombie. What you got, opponent? Just a dead Kroxa, huh? Suppose they do have the mana to weaponize, however. So they can just sack our zombie to kill one of ours, protect their Kroxa. So we're going to send the team at Kroxa. Well, that was almost a good draw. Get in with one zombie? Nah, we're just gonna chill on it. We're 1 land off of this ultimatum. The ultimatums with the Field of the Dead can be a little awkward. Well, it's not the land we wanted, but it'll do. Let's still cast an ultimatum next turn. So, provided opponent doesn't have something like a Kroxa here, we should be in good shape. Opponent might just do the job for us at this rate. Opponent just won't ever let us have anything nice. Yep. My opponent chose not to sack? Oh, okay, there we go. Or just wait until after the fact. Sure. It's going to take us down to 4. We'll give up a Zambi. Man, we are a serrated scorpion away from dead at this point, though. Okay. Well, I suppose we play this Omnath, target the priest. They weaponize the monsters with the priest. We probably just don't win game 1. We've got to try and just end this game now. Any creature kills us. Even a claim the firstborn at this point is enough. And that's good enough. Good game, opponent. Let's go on to the next one. Same drill as before. We want our Soul Guide Lanterns. We'll chill on these Leafkin Druids. We'll back off an ultimatum. You know, honestly, we probably don't need the Nexus of Fate here. We really have this more for the grindier matchups that'll go long, but we're just gonna kind of win this one or we're not, so. Yeah, opponent ate up almost their entire time sideboarding there. Maybe we'll see some drastic changes. Maybe they're just trying to figure out how to combat us. Yeah, that's not gonna do it. We can work with this, however. We'll take it. Move a Sandbar to the bottom. We do have these off-color triomes as just additional dual lands, but with the amount of lands we can get into play late game, we can cycle them as well, so that's the point there. And we'll just say go. Love this card. Okay. Real bitch, you say? We'll see if they want the spiral. If they want it, they can have it, but we don't want to draw something really good and then be able to take that from us. Opponent trying to make the tough decisions. Really, the Outcast is what you went with. Interesting choice, opponent. Drop that into play tapped. We'll hold on to the Uro and just play the card they know about. We really just need to be hitting land drops right now. Anyway, this Temple might be able to line up a fifth one for us. We'll pass on the Scorcher. Scorcher can be nice with Omnath, but it's just not what we're looking for right now. It is worth noting, though, I finished off several people with Yorion, blinking Omnaths and Scorchers to just put a ton of elementals into play and just put the Cheeto fingers to their face. We got 2 in the yard so far. We'd like to pile that yard up a little bit so we can get Uro doing its thing. Yeah, we'll give opponent the Omnath that they know about. We're gonna say no box. Hopefully we don't eat the drill bit. Got a 5th land. I'm almost tempted to just Yorion here. Just to blink this, look for the 6th land, maybe get a Field of the Dead going. Let's do that. Okay. Not an exciting land, but it's a land all the same. And a 7th land off the top here, or from Uro, will let us play both of these out. We're gonna have this Rejuvenator go ahead and eat it so we can get some more cards in the yard for this Uro. See Luris replay a cat. Sounds good, opponent. Raugrin Triome, huh? Let's get our Uro on, get that life total back up some. How do we feel about that one? I think we feel pretty good about it. We could go ahead and cycle this Triome, look for another land, and that will give us the cards we need to escape Uro. Or we could just miss. We'll hang back. Yep, take a little cat damage. Next turn could just be Scampering Scorcher plus Omnath. Or we could discard Scorcher as well. Yeah, whatever. Tranquil Thicket's not really what I had in mind. Let's go ahead, escape the Uro. I would like to leave one red source up though. So we can still cast this Omnath just in case we find the additional blue source. We have a ton of blue sources in the deck, so I feel like it's safe to say we could hit that. Well, so let's do it like this. Let's try and hit an untapped land for Omnath. If we can drop this Thicket into play also and really get some things going. Soul Guide Lantern, huh? Not bad. We'll get that into play. Eat that Croxa out of our opponent's yard so we can quit dealing with that. I think we're just gonna go attacking with this Yorion. Hopefully they can't claim our Uro here. I'd like to get this Omnath down so we can start just drawing all the cards and ever off of it as well. I'm doing some math. Sure, opponent. We'll give you a zombie? Yeah, we'll give you a zombie. If opponent tries to bring a cat back here, we're going to blow the graveyard up in response. Well, no, they still haven't used their Lurrus for turn either. I just kind of like the idea of making them sack a card. We'll just let it happen. Yeah, it's fine, opponent. May actually even just draw a card off this Soul Guide Lantern and just ignore their graveyard altogether. Maybe not. Nothing we were too concerned with there. Recognize the monsters, pretty solid. Grazer, huh? It's less than impressive. You know what? We're gonna deal the 1 damage to the supplier. Flip some more cards into their yard. Yeah, let's do that. We may just be blowing this up if we can hit something good. Sure, opponent. And take out our zombie. Bye, zombie. Opponent with yet another cat. Alright, Uro. Should get in there. Gain us some life. And draw us land so Omnath can draw us another card. Okay, well, hey. Basically a redraw. We'll take it. Yep, they'll sack the cat in response. If the opponent tries to bring the cat back this turn, actually, I say that. We're probably just blowing the graveyard up regardless. Let's go ahead and get a Reef on. We haven't dropped a land this turn, so we're going to decline. Put it in the hand, draw a card, pump up the jam. Found another one. Let's draw another card. Get some more zombies. Spread the love around with these Omnath triggers. What if we just kept drawing more cards? That's not a bad pickup. We'll pass the turn and see if opponent wants to bring the cat back. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and blow the opponent's graveyard up. This Cavalier of Thorns could be really good next turn. A little bonus oven. It could deadweight on the Omnath. I think I would have deadweighted the Omnath and then weaponized the monsters and got it out of play. Personally, but hey. We're gonna wait to play this just in case we can find a Field of the Dead here, I think. The opponent has seen enough. Alright, well, we're definitely happy with the way we sideboarded there. So, we're just going to run it back at him. The pivotal game 3 for Diamond 2, or Diamond 3. Yeah, we're still just baby Diamond players. I think being on the draw with as many lands as our deck has, we're probably just in for this. Probably just leading on the Triome to help out our check lands. Try and get this spiral down as quickly as possible. Reef into Omnath. Again, roughly half of our remaining library is land, so we shouldn't have an issue finding any. That's a land. Not a very good one, but a land all the same. Okay. Kind of tempted to get this Soul God Lantern down before opponent can drill bit us. But that's alright. Temple, you say. Let's set up that next draw. We'll pass on an additional spiral. Next turn will probably just be Reef plus Lantern. We're just going to give the opponent the Uro here. Our Titans look much better than our opponents. And are in fact much better than our opponents. Alright, bonus Priest. Alright, so we're probably going to be losing our Risen Reef next turn based on that. That is okay. Risen Reef found a Grazer. Huh. Okay, alright. We can work with that. We can definitely work with that. Unfortunately, that does mean we're getting another basic green source here, which isn't too great for our Field of the Dead prospects down the road, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. We do get to keep our Reef this way. We can deal 2 damage, take out a Priest, or even take care of a Lurrus there. Or we could lose both of our creatures. That's a thing, too. That was the opponent I would have went ahead and swung. They just gave up a free point of damage. Could have only blocked one of them. There's Lurrus. Is it the Oven or the Kroxa we see here, though? I think if we see the Kroxa, we'll take 3 damage, discard the land, and get both of these guys into play. about to be able to escape Uro as well. Opponent's graveyard is stacked pretty tall, though. We would like to deal with that Kroxa before it has a chance to escape. Opponent unsure. Okay. We can live with that. Opponent getting in for one. Field of the Dead, huh? Okay. Definitely about that Field of the Dead life. Let's get our boy Omnath out here. Do a 1 to their face. Play the Lantern. We're going to attempt to eat that cat out of their yard first to see if they want to sack something and try to get it back. Well, it's okay just losing it. Well, we're not giving them a chance to escape that Kroxa, so we're taking the graveyard out now. We'd rather not discard our last remaining land. This will be land 7, not the 7th unique one, but a 7th land. We can escape Uro, and if Uro can find us a land, that'll draw us a card, give a counter, make a zombie. Oh, that really suggests there's a Call of the Death Dweller about to happen here. Oops. Hey, we have enough lands for this. That's kind of handy. So let's escape Uro before we play that last land. We'll leave the Soul Guide Lantern in the graveyard. We might pick it up as Cavalier later. It's probably doubtful, but who knows? Maybe we will. Okay. Set up the next draw. Omnath? Nah. I think we can do better than Omnath at this point. We'll keep the Omnath. Right? Wrong? What's the board look like? Nah, we can do better than Omnath. Besides, we got zombie friends. We're about to have dragon friends if we untap with this Outcast. Yeah, opponent has seen enough. Alright, there's Diamond 3. Let's keep climbing the ladder. So I decided I wanted to try something a little bit different here. We went ahead and cut both of the Scampering Scorchers and went down on 1 ultimatum so we could play 3 copies of Escape to the Wilds here. Hand's not particularly exciting. We're gonna keep it though. Lead on the Triome. A little mono red, huh? Okay. We're gonna have to go fast. Go ahead, get an additional land into play. Hopefully find that Field of the Dead. No? How do our colors look? We've already got double blue for the ultimatum with a 3rd one there. We'll just take this Rugged Highlands, gain a little bit of life, tell our opponent go. This Outcast is almost ready to go. We can shock and escape next turn, and then have our Outcast do its thing the following turn. I think that's just what we're going to do also. See if we can hit an untapped red source here. We did, and it doesn't hurt us, which is nice. Let's see if we can untap with this guy. We have the lands. We get an ultimatum down next turn as well. This is going to hurt, however. Oh, the stomp on our face. No respect for the Outcast. Okay, they have the Firebrand, sure. Nice opponent. This is gonna hurt. If we shock, we're just dead to anything that deals damage. We may just play a ton of dudes here. We really need to hope to hit... Really kind of Field of the Dead or bust, huh? That's not a Field of the Dead. Let's take a few more looks. Nor is that. But that one is. Okay. So we can have 4 blockers in play. Block everything but the Fervent Champion. Go to 2. Hope we can get away with something here. They can remove any of our creatures, though. We're just done for. So they can put us to 1 with the Fervent Champion. So, let's go blocking. Take the guys out we can take out. Go to 1. Hope they don't have a burn spell. Slam this ultimatum. At this point, we even just fall to a Chain Whirler, so... Let's spin to win! We're gonna get some blockers, that's for sure. Triggers. Let's go and crack this, go get us a green source. Get a Grazer into play. Opponent doesn't have the Chain Whirler or the burn spell here. They can't really attack because, well, we might just have them on the Crag back. We need to gain some life. We need Uro. Like, right now we need Uro. We should have the mana. We can actually play Uro and escape it. Okay, that's good for us. We are just going to grab all the blocks. Opponent can go get them some basic mountains if they'd like. Double block. And let's triple block because actually we're going to need a quadruple block here. So if they pump up this Chain Whirler, they're going to be able to just immediately take 2 zombies down. Yep. Thin the opponent's side of the board out. Alright, we're gonna start with Omnath, get that Fervent Champion out of our way. Just gonna start with dropping this into play tap so we can draw a card, hopefully find the Uro. There's not an Uro. So let's spiral, try and get lucky here. Oh, it's another redraw. And just like that, it's good game. You let Baby Sloth get in there and get him a little bit. That is it. Let's go get him. Slow start, but we were able to hang in there. We're not too concerned with the aggro matchup here. We're going to run it back. See what our opponent's got. It's a non-zero chance our opponent might have some Ruin Blasters out of the sideboard we have to deal with, but if they're spending 4 mana on a 2/1 with haste, we're probably okay with that, honestly. We'll keep it. If we need to, we'll fetch a green source on one, but hopefully we'll just draw an untapped green source like a professional. Just want everyone to know, this video was recorded in front of a live studio audience. Go ahead and get this temple into place, set up our next draw, look for another untapped land. We can go tap land a Leafkin Druid if we need to, but I'd kind of like to get this Rejuvenator into play also. Okay, little robber action. On the bright side, we don't have many cards in our library our opponent's going to be interested in taking. Okay, we missed on the untapped land. So we're just going to drop in this Guildgate, play another 0-3, tell our opponent go. Probably just let this castle come down, tap next turn as well, Rejuvenator, and then look to play Escape to the Wilds and refuel. Opponent found a land, what'd you find? Triome. Okay. We'll block the bigger guys here. Could go for the Escape to the Wilds next turn if we really wanted to off the Leafkin Druid, but I think I just want to keep as many blockers in play as possible. Yeah, so we're just going to stick with the original plan here. Okay, take a Triome. No attacks, opponent. And if we can find a Field of the Dead off of this, we can really start getting some zombies going next turn. Move our Rejuvenator. Question is, how do we want to block now? I think we'll just do this. We can protect later against the others. Okay, we found a Field of the Dead. That's perfect. Let's go ahead and escape to the wilds. I'll try and escape this loss while we're at it. Look what we can play next turn. Ah! Let's get us a zombie. Get us another zombie. Actually, if we take a blue source here, we can play that Growth Spiral as well. Could also just Uro. Let's Uro. Let's get our life total back up a little. And a little bit more. Yeah, we are about to just bury the opponent with this memorial. Alright, opponent, can you end me here? Everything's gonna have Vigilance, First Strike, and Pro Red. It's gonna be a rough time for our opponent. Sure, we can have our field. Down. Nothing like a hasty flying Vigilant Uro, am I right? Take this guy out, take this guy out. That one as well. And the Chain Whirler. Our Chroma's Memorial, I was gonna say is gonna be a lot less impressive here, but I think it's gonna be okay. So, start with Field of the Dead. Get us a Zambi. Oh, we didn't get to play the Memorial. Well, that's sad. There you have it, folks. I do think the Escape to the Wilds was the right choice, so the deck list in the description will be updated with that. We're still going to be doing daily content every day. I actually found a couple of Jace's signature spell books that I forgot I owned, so we'll be giving those away on the channel too. So make sure you like and subscribe for your chance of free stuff. We'll see you next time.